Good morning, children. In this session, we are going to see next lecture in a current electricity, that is what a meter bridge. What is meter bridge? What is the use of meter bridge? How to find unknown resistance of the resistor. Then after, how to prove the loss of resistance. How to find the resistivity of the resistor. All these things we will discuss in this session. Now, this is lecture number 5. Electric current. Class 12 electric current. The topic is this is class 12th class electric current. This is most important topic, meter bridge. Listen carefully, children. What is the purpose of meter bridge? First of all, it is a simplified form of Wheatstone bridge. Simplified form of Wheatstone bridge. It is also form of Wheatstone bridge. It is a simplified form. Sir, already we have Wheatstone bridge now. Wheatstone is a scientist. He prepared one bridge to solve the resistance of the unknown resistor. Then what is the need of meter bridge? Meter bridge is also used to find the unknown resistor. In addition to that, here we have to find the we can find the resistivity as well as we can prove the loss of resistance also. That is the advantage of this meter bridge. First of all, aim is to find the resistance of unknown resistor. To find the resistance of unknown resistor. This is first use. Number 2, second use is to find the resistivity rho. Resistivity is also called specific resistance. Specific resistance also we can find. Specific resistance or resistivity. Number 3, to prove loss of resistance. To prove loss of resistance. All these things we can find at a time in this instrument. In this meter bridge instrument, we can find the resistivity of the unknown resistor. We can find the resistance of the unknown resistor. Number 3, we can prove the loss of resistance. Loss of resistance, you know very well. Resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. If length increases, resistance also increases. Number 2, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. Area of cross section means thickness. If thickness increases, automatically resistance decreases. That means the person who is very fat has less resistance. Usain Bolt has more resistance. Why? Because he is very thin. Thin wire has more resistance. Thick wire has less resistance. These two, resistance is directly proportional to length, inversely proportional to area of cross section. These are two are called loss of resistance. And also resistance depends on temperature also. If temperature increases, resistance of the conductors, any metal, if you increase the temperature, that means heat, automatically the resistance also increases. Simple example, bulb. If bulb do not glow, resistance is 10 ohm. Let us consider it is 10 ohm. When bulb is heating, when bulb is glowing, bulb is in working mode. If bulb glows, automatically temperature of the tungsten filament increases. When tungsten filament temperature increases, resistance also increases. That means any metal you take, if temperature increases, automatically by default resistance also increases. And also you can say resistance depends on nature of material also. Resistance is directly proportional to nature of material. Every material has its own resistance, copper resistance is different, iron resistance is different, gold wire resistance is different. Every metal has its own resistance. So resistance depends on nature of the material, resistance depends on temperature, resistance is directly proportional to length. If length increases, resistance increases. Resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. These four are called laws of resistance. All these four laws can be proved with the help of a meter bridge. Number 2, specific resistance. What is specific resistance? From this only you will get, if you add these two, R proportional to L by A. If you remove proportionality, you will get one constant, rho L by A. Here rho is called resistivity or specific resistance. This rho value also you can find from this. Rho is equal to what will happen? R A by L. L is length of the conductor, A is area of cross section of the conductor, that means thickness, R is resistance. If you know these three values, directly you can find the resistivity. In Wheatstone bridge we cannot find, we can find only the resistance of the unknown resistor. That is lecture number 4, you can see in lecture number 4. But in meter bridge the advantage is, in addition to the resistance, we can find the resistivity, we can prove all these laws also. This is the advantage of meter bridge. This is the basic introduction of meter bridge. Once again, meter bridge is a simplified form of Wheatstone bridge. It is simplified form of Wheatstone bridge. It also works on the same principle of Wheatstone bridge, that is balanced Wheatstone bridge. What is balanced Wheatstone bridge? We saw in last lecture. In middle wire current do not flow. If current do not flow means, that is what a null point. So same current flows in the upper section as well as same current flows in the lower section. So middle wires we can eliminate. If current do not flow means there is no use of resistors. So you can remove the middle wires, then you can simplify easily. This is what a meter bridge introduction. Once again, aim to find number 1, resistance of the unknown resistor, first use. To find the resistivity or specific resistance, to prove that loss of resistance. This is the aim. Principle is balanced Wheatstone bridge. Here I will write after aim. Up to here, note down children. Can I rub the board? Right. See children, next principle. Sir, on what principle meter bridge works? Meter bridge works on the principle of balanced Wheatstone bridge. Balanced Wheatstone bridge. Note down children, this is also important. First of all aim, then after principle. Principle is balanced Wheatstone bridge. This is the principle behind the meter bridge. How the meter bridge looks like, all these things we will see. Completed? Right. Now see children, how meter bridge looks like, how to construct, how to find the resistance, resistivity, all these things we will see. 1 second children. See children, meter bridge looks like this. This is what L-shaped copper strip. In between one more copper strip also present. Here these are all copper strips, L-shaped copper strips. Here in between these two terminals, 1 meter length one wire is connected. Generally this wire is made up of alloy, manganese. This wire is made up of manganese or constantanene. This is what alloy. Manganese or constant. Why we are using alloy? Alloy is a combination of two or three metals, if more metal, two or three or four metals are combined to form a metal, is called nothing but alloy. Alloy is a combination of metals. Generally, alloy's resistance is very high. It can bear more temperature. The resistance is very high. Hence, we use alloys. Pure gold is very smooth. So by adding 1% or 2% of copper, it gives strength to the gold. Similarly, alloy's resistance is very high. Alloy is a combination of two or more metals. Generally, manganese or constantinian alloys are used in these wires. Manganese is a combination of three metals. Manganese, first alloy, manganese. You are aware of this in 10th class. Manganese, generally manganese is nothing but combination of three wires. Number one, copper wire. Copper percentage is more in manganese, that is 86%. Then after manganese, then after nickel. These three combination of metals is called nothing but manganese. Manganese is a combination of three metals. Copper, 86% copper will be present in manganese wire, and in manganese percentage will be very less, that is what 20%. Only 2% nickel is present, 88, and this is what 12%. 86, 98, approximately manganese 12% and nickel 2%. This combination is called manganese wire. Manganese wire resistance is very less, so 1 meter manganese wire is attached in between these two terminals. Understand, children? This is what alloy. Now let this terminal is A, this terminal is B. Here in these two terminals I am going to attach one resistor. Now my intention is I have to find the resistance of this resistor. I want to find the resistance of this material. Any metal you can connect here. This resistance I have to find. My aim is to find the resistance of this material. Here what I am doing, in these two terminals I am going to attach one resistance box. What is the use of resistance box, or resistance? With the help of resistance box, how much resistance you want, that much resistance you can connect here. If you want 5 ohm resistor, you can, if you fix 5 ohm resistor, 5 ohm pin, if you insert in this box, you will get 5 ohm resistor here, 5 ohm resistance in this circuit. How much resistance you want, that much resistance we can send into the circuit with the help of resistance box. Understand, children? This is what 1 meter length manganese wire or constantinian wire. It is an alloy. Why? Because why alloys are using means its resistance is very high. Understand, children? It is temperature independent. It is temperature independent as well as its resistance is very high. Manganese wire resistivity is very high. That is what it is a combination of copper, manganese and nickel. Copper 86%, manganese 12% and nickel 2% is present. Right. Now these two terminals are connected. Observe carefully, children. In between these two terminals of wire, I am going to attach one meter scale. This is the meter scale. Meter scale means you know very well, 100 centimeters are present. This is what meter scale. This is what 100 centimeter, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 30, 20, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. So like this 1 meter length scale we use. Why? Because to measure the reading of this one. In between here I am going to place a jockey. Observe carefully, children. Here in between these two terminals, here from this point C, A, B, C, here I am going to connect one galvanometer, as well as this second wire is connected to the jockey. Jockey means a sharp metal knife. If you place this metal knife here, automatically galvanometer deflects. If you place this jockey J left side, automatically galvanometer reading deflects left side. If you place right side, galvanometer deflects right side. If jockey is placed at this side, galvanometer deflects like this. If jockey placed at right side, it also moves right side. That means galvanometer deflects depends on the jockey placed. If you place jockey right side, automatically this also deflects right side. if jockey is placed left side, automatically galvanometer also deflects left side. This is the purpose of jockey. Jockey is used to measure the current flow in the galvanometer. What is the current flow in this circuit? We will measure with the help of galvanometer. Understand, children? Now, what I am doing? First of all, place one resistance. This galvanometer, this is what 100 centimeter. Initially 1 meter length, no, this total length is let us consider L. This total length is 100 centimeter. 1 meter, no, 100 centimeter. Observe carefully, children. If you pull jockey very close to A to B, if you place jockey from A to B, slowly if you move jockey from here to here, at a particular point, jockey, if you place jockey here, let us consider galvanometer is not showing any reading. Galvanometer reading is 0. That means galvanometer is not deflecting right side, galvanometer is not deflecting left side. Exactly it is like this only. Even though you place a jockey at a particular point, jockey do not deflect. That point is called nothing but null point. This is important, children. Null point is very, very important. Null point means where jockey does not show any reading. That means galvanometer reading in this circuit is 0. That point is important. Let us consider this is what null point. From this null point, from A to null point, let us consider this distance is L. L is the distance between point A to null point. Automatically we can say from remaining point, null point to B, remaining distance will be what? L. This total distance is 100 minus this point is L. 100 minus L is the remaining distance. Understand, children? Once again I am repeating. If you pull jockey from A to B, at a particular point, this galvanometer do not deflect. That means galvanometer do not show any reading. That point is called nothing but null point. Whenever null point is present, measure the distance between A to jockey, that is L. L is nothing but the distance between A to null point. From null point to remaining point 100 minus L. Why? Because the total distance of the total length of the wire is 100 centimeter. So remaining distance is 100 minus L. Now observe carefully, children. I said it is the basic, it works on the principle of a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Now you also can write it as this resistance by this resistance. This is the resistance of this wire up to here, A to N. A to null point. Let us consider this resistance is R into L. Why? Because resistance per unit length. This is the resistance of this part, AN. What is the resistance of this part? R into 100 minus L is the resistance of null point to B. This is what resistance of this part, NB. This is the resistance of AN, resistance per unit length. This is the resistance per unit length. Now observe carefully, children. This is in the form of Wheatstone bridge only. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 resistors are there. Fifth one is eliminated. Why? Because here current is not flowing. Middle wire you no need to consider. Why? Because it is a null point. There is no current. Flowing. That means here and here potential difference is same. Potential difference is same means there is no current flow. Let us consider here potential difference is V. Here also potential difference is V. Current is not flowing means potential difference is same. So you can eliminate this one. So you also can write like this. This one resistance, first one resistance R by RL is equal to this resistance. Let us consider resistance is S. You place a 10 ohm, 20 ohm, whatever it is, let it be S by this resistor R into 100 minus L. Understand, children? Balanced Wheatstone bridge. Upper resistance by lower resistance, numerator by denominator, upper by lower is equal right side upper by right side lower. R1 by R2 is equal to R3 by R4. Balanced Wheatstone bridge principle. Upper resistance by lower resistance left side is equal to upper resistance by lower resistance in the right side. Small r cancel. Now R is equal to LS by cross multiply, L goes into numerator, LS by 100 minus L. This is the resistance of the unknown resistor. Resistance means we have to find this resistance. How to find? L into S, this length, A to N, this length into S by 100 minus L. This is very simple formula. This is what a meter bridge. With the help of meter bridge, you can find the resistance. First one is completed. Sir, how to find the specific resistance? What is first one is proved. Resistance we calculated. This is the formula to find the resistance. LS by L into S by 100 minus L. This into this by denominator 100 minus L. You will get the resistance. Sir, what about resistivity? You said that we can find the resistivity also, no? Yes. What is the principle of resistivity? Rho is equal to RA by L from laws of resistance. Rho is equal to RA by L. Sir, what is L here? L is nothing but length of the conductor. R is equal to resistance of the conductor. A means area of cross section. L is the length of the conductor. Here L means this length of the conductor. Now this resistance you change each and every time you change this resistor. First you take 10 centimeter, next 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter, 40 centimeter, 50 centimeter. You increase the length each and every time, find the resistance. So at each and every length and thickness, next you change the area of cross section, thickness you change. First time you change the length, second time you change the thickness. Each and every time you find the resistance. Repeat this experiment 6 to 7 times. Each and every time substitute length of the resistance, thickness of the resistance, and you find the resistance. No, you substitute this resistance. These three values if you substitute, you will get the resistivity. That means you can find the resistance, you can find the resistivity, as well as you can also prove that loss of resistance. You also can observe that if length increases, resistance also increases. Why? Because 100 minus L is less than L. L is in numerator. Let us consider L is 5 centimeter. Here 100 minus L 95. 95 is in denominator. If length increases, automatically resistance also increases. From this directly you can observe that resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. If length increases, this length increases, automatically this jockey moves forward. So length increases, resistance also increases. Thickness increases, area of cross section also thickness increases, resistance decreases. And you also can observe that if you hit this resistance, then also resistance increases. Why? Because this ratio will change. Null point automatically changes based on null point. L value and 100 minus L value also changes. If this alters, automatically resistance value also alters. With the help of this principle, with the help of balanced Wheatstone bridge, this by this equal to this by this, with the help of this principle, you can find the resistance of the unknown conductor as well as resistivity and also loss of resistance. Understand, children? Please note down. Sir, when this is very sensitive, when this meter bridge is very sensitive, suppose children, this jockey is exactly in the midpoint. This jockey is exactly at the midpoint. That means this is L. Now A to null point. This is null point. If this jockey is exactly null point, galvanometer deflection is 0. Then this total instrument is very sensitive. Remember, children, important. When meter bridge is very sensitive. When the meter bridge is sensitive means if null point is exactly at 50 centimeter, this total length is 50 centimeter now, this total length is 100 centimeter now. If null point is at 50 centimeter, then the instrument is very sensitive. This is what a meter bridge. With the help of meter bridge, we can find resistance, specific resistance, and also loss of resistance. Right. Now, what are the drawbacks of, what are the limitations of this meter bridge? See, children, this is resistance box. Known resistance is S. This is S is known resistance, R is unknown resistance. Now, see, children, drawbacks or failures. Drawbacks. Main drawback here is only two types of drawbacks are present. Main drawback is number one, these are copper strips. These copper resistance we are not considering. If you find this resistance, we will not get exact reading. Why? Because copper also some resistance. What about this resistance? This resistance we are not calculating. So this resistance is also included here. So exact value we cannot find because of copper strips, copper plates also some resistance. That is the first drawback. First drawback is we are not considering the resistance of copper plates. So exact reading we will not get. This is what first drawback. Number 2. Number 2, this resistance we are not considering. This is the first drawback. Why? Because these are all copper strips. Copper also some resistance. This resistance we are not considering. So we will not get resistance of copper. We are not considering. So we will not get exact reading. Number 2, this alloy length will not be exactly 100 centimeter. It may be 110 centimeter or 150 centimeter. So exact 100 centimeter we will not take. Sometimes it may be more, sometimes it may be less. So this also offers some resistance. Try to understand, children. It is also metal. It is also metal. These two metals resistance we are not considering. Copper wire, copper strip offers some resistance, as well as this alloy also offers some resistance. These resistance it gives resistance of alloy. Also we are not considering. Because of these two we will not get exact reading. So it gives some error. How to overcome that error? That we will see. See, children, here we are not considering the resistance of the copper strips, as well as we are not considering the resistance of the alloy. Sir, how to overcome this defect? So you repeat this experiment by interchanging these two. Now yes, you place this side or this side, and you interchange these two and repeat the experiment again. Again find the null point. Repeat this experiment 2 to 3 times, and also place the different resistors in between these two terminals. Like this, if you exchange known resistor and unknown resistor, interchange it, again note down the readings, then the error will be somewhat we can correct the errors up to some extent. This is what meter bridge. Understand, children? Meter bridge very important. Meter bridge work. It is a simplified form of Wheatstone bridge. It is works on the principle of balanced Wheatstone bridge. 1 meter length Li wire we will take. Here unknown resistor. This is known resistor. This is what jockey. This is what 1 meter length Li. First of all we have to find the null point. From first terminal A to null point is let the distance is L. Remaining distance will be 100 minus L. Now this resistance per unit length is RL. R into L is the resistance per unit length, A to N. N to be resistance per unit length, R into this length is 100 minus L. So now it is a Wheatstone bridge. Numerator by denominator, upper part by lower part equal upper part by lower part. Then you will get the resistance. Like this you can find the resistance of the unknown resistor. Understand, children? Problems we will do later. First of all, you practice this meter bridge. It is a practical in class 12 intermediate lab activity, very important. Practice well. All the best. God bless you.